happily ever after experts, I want to talk to you now about being happily ever after in relationships. Now, I'm assuming, is it romantic relationships or is this family relationships? What type of relationships are you referring to?
Yes.
Once again, the yes.
It really is everything. And the thing is, everybody sits there and thinks about this truly happily ever after. You think of Cinderella, and they lived happily ever after.
Yeah.
But that's where the story ends, and that's where our story begins most of the time. Is we have found somebody we believe is absolutely perfect, and now it's time to live our life and have the dream.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that we have a hard time recognizing what that dream is, and we have even harder time realizing that we are actually living the dream. It's those disappointments and those things that happen that give us this mindset. One of the books I read, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name of it, it talks about two people, but there's three people in the relationship. There's the persons, and then there's the relationship. So the way I think of her and the way I know she is going to respond is that relationship. It has nothing to do with her.
So it's like your expectation of
My
how she's going to
expectation.
respond to
And
her.
I often respond differently because of the way he responds to me, because he expects me to respond differently than I would have had there not been that expectation.
So all of that is a little bit deep, but what it comes down to is that you have a preconceived notion in your mind, not only of who you are, but who other people are too.
True.
And what needs to happen is you need to be able to reevaluate that. You need to be able to clear some of those preconceived notions and be able to look at your path through life differently. Not I can't or I shouldn't or I don't, but rather here's a possibility that might actually work. But it takes quite a bit of work to get to that point.
So how do we start developing that so our expectations will actually be the outcome that we're looking for?
People rise to your level of expectation. I expect you to love me. I expect you to be nice to me. I expect you to do the things that are right for both of us. You will. If I expect you to do things that are selfish and self-centered and things that are going to go against my wishes, you will. And not because you want to, but because I've treated you as if you're going to, and you're reacting subconsciously, if not consciously, to the way that I'm behaving. So I have to have a love affair with me, I have to have a love affair with you, and I have to have a love affair with the fact that we both want to do what's right for each other.
And the real point there that she hit very well is simply that you have to have a love affair. You have to be in love with yourself. You have to know yourself. And you have to believe that you are the best person you can be at this point in time. That takes a little bit of practice, and it takes throwing away some back-end garbage. When you grow up, lots of people will tell me, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're not worth anything. Or they're telling you the other thing. You are so great, you are fantastic, you can do anything you want, and you will excel at everything, and now you haven't. And that's almost worse than the other side. But it's still baggage. It's all baggage. And so you have to find a way to get rid of that. That's what we walk people through. Get rid of the baggage, open up the door so you can see your path forward.
So what I'm hearing from you is in order to have a great relationship, the happily ever after, no matter who it's with, whether it's in the workplace or whether it's with your spouse, a sibling, that first of all, you need to really have a love affair with yourself. You have to understand who you are and how you like to receive messages and what messages you're sending out. Then what I'm hearing from you is to get rid of that baggage, all that stuff that is disempowering to you, right? And then that's when you can proceed into having a healthy relationship with somebody else.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I should be the happily ever after expert. What do you think about that?
You did good.
You're it.
This is probably the most important question I think most people will ask in their life, and that is, how do you find the one? How do you have that relationship that is as fulfilling in the beginning to carry on to 10, 20, 30, 50 years down the road? And you guys being the happily ever after expert and also happily married experts are helping other people kind of find that one person for them.
Well, first off, you have to be the one to find the one, and I don't like the term find. You have to be the one to attract the one. Because if you are the one, you will attract to you the kind of person that you really desire to be with.
And if you think about it, regardless who you are, regardless how many relationships you've had, you have always attracted the kind of person you've been looking for. The problem is you may not be looking for the right kind of person. And so you go back to that exact same thing. Who do I believe I am? What is my history? What's all the baggage that I've got? What are the things that make me want to go for this type of person, whatever it is? You hear a lot about the women who want the bad guy.
Yeah.
There's a lot to that. That's an exciting person. That's somebody who doesn't exactly follow the rules all the time.
Yeah.
And that's great, but quite frankly, how many bad guys actually settle down and get married?
Well, I was going to say, it's all good until you have a kid with them, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
And I think one of the things that, in fact, Darwin was the one that went through this process with me and teaching it to me, was a great way to attract the one is to go ahead and list out, 50 things that would be your ideal mate. And then start looking at those one at a time and asking yourself, do I do that? Am I that? And doing what you need to do to actually incorporate that. If I want an honest person and I'm a habitual liar, I am not going to attract an honest person.
Yeah, exactly. And even going farther than that, get those 50 things listed out, and whatever they are, and then put I am in front of them and repeat them as your daily mantra. I am this, I am good, I am great, I am outstanding, I am the kind of person who other people trust.
I am kind, I am loving.
Yeah, whatever those 50 things are that you're looking for in your ideal person, list them out, say them over and over and over, because until you become that person, you're not going to attract that person.
So what's different that I'm hearing from what I've heard in the past from other people is that you need to become those things that you're looking for in that person, which is, easier said than done.
Oh, yeah.
But when you're making that checklist, and I've seen people do that as, that person's got 9 out of 10 or 9 out of 50, yes or no. So how does somebody know that it's not just being so analytical and so like, do you meet every parameter that I'm looking for to, you know what, this is good.
The checklist is more for you to become the right person.
Ah.
I would not sit down on a date and say, all right, let's see, you are missing number 14,
Exactly,
number
right?
28, and 32. Now
You're off my list.
Until you can fix those 3 things. No, what you do is you become the right person.
Yeah.
And now you find that the people sitting across the table from you,
It fits.
they fit. And they not only fit, but those 3 things that weren't a perfect fit are not what you're focused on anymore, because you're no longer focused on, are they perfect? You're focused on, am I being the best me I can be? And am I allowing them to be the best them they can be? And are they within that realm of what I want to be around?
And so then it's a range. Is this person the kind of person I would want to spend my life with? Because I'm the kind of person that somebody else would want to. If you start to think about that, then it's, does it match really well? Does it match kind of good? Does it match, sort of, take a chance? And you will find those people who are instant click. We won't tell the whole story, but we got married the first day that we met each other in person.
What?
So
We'll leave that for another mystery.
Yeah,
Okay.
leave that one for another one. And we are very happy. Okay, because we found the kind of person that we needed to find,
and
or we attracted the right
Darwin
kind of person.
is the perfect man for me. Now, is he perfect? Oh, no, he's not. But if he was 100% perfect, he wouldn't be the perfect man for me.
Wow.
But for me, he is the ideal man. There is no one better. And I can't imagine not having someone this perfect for me as the person I get to spend my life with and work with. And, we're together more often than most people. And it's fabulous. And it's fabulous because we were able to get in touch with who we are so that when the person came into the room, we recognized them.
I'll give you that 20 in a minute.
Oh, yeah. So this is truly, like, when you're saying happily ever after, you're not saying, like, the fairy tale perfect relationship. You're saying the perfect relationship for you.
Yes, that's one of the things, is for you. And that's why it's so important that you become the kind of person that you truly admire and want to be, because you will attract the kind of person that you are. That's just a guaranteed. They say opposites attract. That sorry, it doesn't work that way.
Like attracts like.
Like attracts like. And the more you see that, we work on the law of attraction, whether we believe in it or even know about it. But we truly do attract those people that are like us.
Well, I truly hope that people out there who are trying to attract that significant person in their life truly do find and have that in their life, like I have. I've attracted my spouse. We work 24/7, similar to both of you, and it is just amazing, wonderful partnership. And I think that's the key. If you know who you are, you're going to attract that person, and they're going to know how to fit into your life. That helps and it makes it bigger than you.
Well, and we know that wonderful man that's in your life, and we know that he has also become the wonderful person he wanted to be, and therefore he attracted you as well. So it goes both ways.
Well, I absolutely love this, and thank you so much for contributing and doing what you do. And I really, really wish you continued success.
Thank you so much.
And I love you, hubby. Ray, that is. In case you didn't know who you are.
Yeah, I was holding that cough.
Oh, were you? She was going to cough.